Hello everyone, welcome. It is comeback season once again, so we are here to do another binder setup with me. Today we are doing Stray Kids' brand new full-length album 5 Star, and I hope you all are just as excited for this album as I am, because this is the biggest album Stray Kids have ever had in arguably every sense of the word, and I am here for it. I'm so excited for them. I'm so excited for just the many opportunities and the road that this is going to take them down, and just this is going to be huge for them, and I am so excited. To put into perspective how big this album is going to be, not only for Stray Kids but just as K-pop in general, we got the news that 5 Star has 4.93 million pre-orders currently. 4.9 million pre-orders. They are now the highest number of pre-orders for an album in K-pop history. It is insane. Stray Kids were the first million album sellers in the 4th gen to now become the group with the highest pre-order number in K-pop history. Is no small feat. I am incredibly proud of them. They have worked so hard. We have like collectively doubled the numbers from Maxident in like 8 months. It is crazy. Like cue the joke of how did you get so big I can't even hug you anymore, because that's where we're at right now. Like, how did you get so big? I cannot believe. Just so yes, very proud. This album is going to be huge in just every sense of the word, and I am so excited. With that said, with all the boasting aside, well-deserved boasting by the way, but all that aside, today we're going to be setting up my binder, which means I'm going to be making my fillers to put into my pages, and we're going to be looking at all the album details and see what it is that we can collect and what's coming out with this album. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. There is a lot of versions of the album this time around, if you count the digipacks as individual albums, which means there's more to collect than usual, which is both exciting and also a little bit overwhelming if you are a full collector like I am, but you know, I love the challenge, so I'm here for it. First things first though, before we get into the real album details, I do want to address like the point blank period statement, which is that every single Stray Kids album design up until this point walked, so 5 Star could run. Because are you seeing this graphic design? I hope you are, because it is the best album design they have ever had, and I just want to gush about it so much. It is, oh, it just scratches the right part of my brain in just the right way. It is gorgeous. Every single one, each and every album is just like so unique and so well done. Like every cover is art within itself, and all the photo card backs, as you'll see as we get into it, and all of the posters, and just you can tell there was a lot of thought put into the design this time around. I feel like we got a small taste of it with Maxident. Like we kind of started to move more into an experimental, more contemporary, more modern design, and with this one they were really just like, here you go, bam, this is what we are now. And I just, it's so good. It's so good. Everything is so pretty and so detailed, and just mwah, chef's kiss. I had to put that out there. I will not take any other opinions that this is not the best designed K-pop album. I just won't, because I'm biased. But you have to admit that that these albums are just incredible. Like, come on. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the actual album details at this point. You know me, you know I love to ramble about design and just like how good or how just amazing things are. But so, let's get into the real details of the album now. Essentially, there are 4 versions of the main package album, and then we have digipacks as well this time around. So for the standard album packaging, we have a limited version, and then we have a standard A, B, and C version. And then in addition, we have digipacks. So digipacks are kind of the equivalent of jewel cases or case versions that we've had for previous releases. And instead of them being released a couple weeks after the initial album dropped, they released them this time with the normal album pre-orders, which sneakingly makes me think that we're going to get a repackaged album of this like not too long after, because the timeline wouldn't allow like digipacks to drop later. So my theory is they dropped the digipacks, probably 1 for sales, but 2 probably because like a repackaged album may not be far away. Putting it out there, putting my theory out there, but because of the digipacks, that does add extra things to collect right away and extra things to set up for, which is fun, but like I said, it can be overwhelming if you're not familiar with what these are or how they work. So let's go ahead and just talk about the standard albums to begin with. As usual, there isn't much difference between the inclusions that come with the limited and the standards. There are a couple which you can see down here, but most of the time the difference between the limited and the standard albums is there's like an extra poster or there's an extra postcard or something of the sort that makes it limited. And everything else though is standard across all the albums. So all the photo cards are the same, all the mini posters, all the sticker sets, all the other things are going to be synonymous with the standard. So this is the album preview detail that they posted on the official Twitter account, and this is looking at the limited version. It looks like we're kind of going back to the early album like package design of like mixtape, IMU, Yellowwood, Miro, like this photo book style album packaging. It kind of looks like we're going back to that. And then it looks like instead of having the inclusions like be all stuffed inside like the middle of the album, it looks like it's actually going to be in like a little separate paper envelope, which is kind of fun, is kind of exciting. I hope that like the inclusions aren't just like all shoved in there, so then all the photo cards are like dented and imprinted, but you know, it's JYP. You can never really expect too much from their quality control, but I hope that like the inclusions are nicely packed into this paper envelope. But it will be nice to have a little bit more of a compact like photo book, because the last couple of albums, well I guess Backsident was pretty thin, but like Ordinary and No Easy were pretty thick bulk packages, so having a thinner photo book style is kind of nice. It leaves more room on the shelf as well. So that's what the overall packaging looks like. So each album will come with the photo book, and again the photo book cover is going to be representative of the type of album version that you have, whether that's the limited, the standard like A, B, or C. It's going to coincide with that. You'll have a CD that matches it. I really like that the CD and the photo book are going to be matchy because like you could display the CD just like you could display the photo book. I like that. For photo cards this time around, we have the usual 2 of 24 photo cards. I feel like that's pretty standard. They've been doing that for a really long time, where they usually have 24 photo cards and they include 2 photo cards. That's at least what they've been doing the last 2 or 3 album releases. It's honestly not too bad, and the backs of the photo cards look really cool. It looks like they are the cover designs, so that'll be really exciting for the backs. I don't know, I always really love like intentionally designed backs, and it's not just like a idol's signature with the album name. I like thought put into stuff like this. So I've been a little bit away from socials, like a little bit detached from the online fandom a little bit, so I'm not super familiar with like what looks these photo cards are going to be. I'm sure there's threads out there that are like piecing together what each of these photo sets are going to look like. I don't know. I'm probably going to keep it that way until the album's released, so I get like surprised when I do my unboxing as to what kind of photo cards we have, but I am very, very excited about how these sets will look. Next, we have a cartoon postcard. I'm assuming that this is going to be similar to the cartoon style that we've seen in a couple of the unveils and a couple of the trailers. It kind of just sounds like that's what this is going to end up looking like. We then have 8 OOTD mini posters. It's random 1 of 8. I assume that these are going to be like the other mini posters that we've gotten for the past couple of albums. It seems like this is going to be like an OOTD version. I already know that Ian is going to kill it because he is the king of OOTDs on Instagram, so I'm very excited to see what Ian's is going to be. We also get 2 sticker sheets, and this is kind of nice. They include both sticker sheets, so it's not like you get 1 of 2. You're going to get both sticker sheets. And they've been doing this a lot more recently too, of including stickers. We didn't really get them from Max event. We got the member face stickers, but we definitely got them for Ordinary, and I literally still have so many sticker sheets from Ordinary. I use these to like seal up my trades and sales, but yeah, when you buy a lot of albums, having like practical inclusions that you can collect 1 of and then use, I really enjoy. So I always enjoy the stickers. I'm excited. And these look like, I mean, you can't really tell what they look like right now, but if they're anything like the cover design, they're gonna be super, super fun. Moving on to what the limited inclusions only are. So there is going to be 1 of 8 random special folded posters, and I assume that these are just gonna be like member specific posters. It's probably going to be one of the concept photos or one of the concept outfits that they posted. This is like a full-size poster, like it's 600 by 420 millimeters, which I'll put in inches. It's like a 16 by 24 poster essentially, so it's going to be a legit poster. With the limited, you also get a B-cut film postcard. I have no idea what that means or what that really entails, and this preview does nothing to tell me. That's another thing that I think a lot of us have noticed, is that the blurring of previews this time around has been like insane. Like if you've seen any of the pre-order benefit previews, they're not even really previews. They're just like, here's a random blur blob. Good luck with figuring out what it is. Like I don't know why JYP is so like blur heavy this time around, but I have no idea what this is. I mean, I don't think that like being able to tell what an inclusion is before the album release is like in any way detrimental to selling the album, but they're just really on their blur game this time around. So whatever this is, you're gonna get 1 of them if you got the limited album. And then as for pre-order gifts, so these are the JYP exclusive pre-order gifts, which means if you ordered during the pre-order time period, you will get these pre-orders, and they are different from, say, store pre-orders that give you like special photo cards. These are the specific JYP pre-orders that they give you. It's basically just a gift from JYP saying thank you for pre-ordering the album. So for every pre-order, you get 1 of 3 B-cut film mini photo books. So we get 3 additional photo books, which is exciting. I kind of am wondering how these are going to differ from all the other photo books. I assume it's probably going to be a lot of the same outfits or the same concepts, because JYP is kind of notorious for doing a lot of the same outfits and the same concepts in their photo books. So I'm curious to see what these would look like. I'm almost hoping that they are kind of like the Japan photo books, like the Japan CD photo books, where it's like the members took the photos and the members are the ones that like curated the photo book. Because it says like B-cut, I'm thinking maybe like it's behind the scenes or just, I don't know. I think that would be really cute if these ones were more like, I don't know, like the members put it together rather than just like another pretty image of the members. So regardless though, you will get 1 of 3 of those. And then lastly, you'll get 1 folded poster. So that is the bulk of the limited version inclusions. Now we can go ahead and look at the standard albums. It seems like they're not doing names this time around, like they're just doing A, B, and C, which is interesting. Like, we almost got like a flip-flop of like, we got really amazing covers, but they like chose not to name it. So in terms of covers, you'll either get A, B, or C for the photo book covers and for the CD plates. Everything else, like I said, is going to be the same. You get 2 of 24 photo cards. These are the same photo cards that you are going to be pulling from the limited. Same OOTD mini posters, sticker sets, cartoon postcards. You will also get the JYP B-Cut film mini photo book if you pre-ordered, and this is really the only difference between the limited and the standard versions. Is with the limited you only had the one folded poster, but with the standard versions you get either, it says 3 types, but I assume that each type is associated with a specific album, so there's probably like an A, B, or C version poster, and it'll correlate with whatever album version you purchase. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If it was just this, I feel like collecting would be pretty easy, but like I said, we have digipacks this time, so that adds a whole new mix into the bowl. So I am excited for the digipacks. I'm kind of glad I was able to kind of pre-plan extra albums to order rather than having to scramble to get them, you know, 2 weeks into the album release. So I'm also really excited because the cover of these are also really well designed. Like, they're not just plain, or they're not just like images of the members slapped onto a jewel case like it has been previously. They seem like they are designed for the covers. I'm pretty sure it is the same photos that they posted on Twitter, and if it is indeed this Chan photo with this cover, I'm gonna lose it. Your girl's gonna lose it because my man has never looked better. Are you? A moment of appreciation for him. Thank you. Like I said, if the digipacks end up looking like this, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be so happy. So let's now look at the inclusions and the details for the digipacks. So there are 8 digipacks, 1 for each member. Unless you order 8 at a time, the covers are coming to you randomly. There wasn't a way for you to specifically order a certain member or to pick which member you got. It's kind of a general rule that you don't really get a full complete set unless you order 8 copies or like in intervals of 8. Otherwise, if you get 2 copies, it's going to be just 2 random member versions. But with that said, there are 8 different types. They all coincide with each member. What's really cool is each of the CD plates also seem to correlate with the member. Like, they're all gonna each get their own different CD plate design, which also was the same as their photo card design. This is what I'm talking about with, like, everything has been very well thought out this time and very like pre-calculated and like designed, because previously, right, like everything has been kind of the same amongst member to member for these like special jewel cases or digipacks or case versions, but they really have made it like really individualized and like really personal. I don't know, but like personal, but like they've made it more unique per member with having each of them have their own separate designs and covers and, you know, elements, which I really appreciate. I think if you're a full collector like I am, you appreciate that even more. So essentially you don't have like the same thing 8 times. Like, I'm happy that there's a little bit of differences this time around amongst all 8 of the members. So very excited about that. The inclusions include, like I said, you get the cover, you get the CD plate, you get a photo book. So these photo books are going to be, again, exclusive to the member that you get. So there are 8 types, 1 for each member, and there are 24 pages per photo book. You get a lyrics paper, and then you also get 1 of 8 photo cards. So thankfully with these digipacks, there's not a lot to collect. Like, thankfully there isn't like 24 PCs to collect with the digipacks alone. Thankfully JYP are not SM yet, but you know, you never know, we could be moving down that route very, very soon. At least for now, we can take a deep breath that we only have 8 photo cards to collect with 8 digipacks. It looks like we also get a mini folded poster. There's one type, so you get one in each of the digipacks. It looks like it's just gonna be like a group shot of some sort, or a group unit shot of like a front and a back. There's only one of those. And then this is the JYP pre-order benefit. If you pre-order the digipacks during the pre-order time period, you'll get 1 of 8 random photo cards. And this is what the back of the photo cards look like. A little bit simpler to the cards inside, but I still appreciate that, again, there's a little bit of design into it. So that is everything that is to collect for these albums. Hopefully that walkthrough was a little bit helpful to you if like this is your first time collecting, or this is your first comeback with them when you're like, I don't know what all of these things are. Hopefully if you've ordered some albums and you're like, I don't really know what it is until it gets here, hopefully this has helped explain a little bit of the process. But alright, now that we have gone through everything, it's now time for me to make my fillers. So let's just grab all of my supplies for that. If you're new here, I am an OT8 collector and I collect everything, which means I'm going to collect all the inclusions that we went through in full. So I have a lot to set up, but that means when I eventually do my storing photo card video, it'll be very satisfying to watch, hopefully, because everything will be there. So let's do our fillers. I kind of wrote down everything I need to have, but I'm also going to write down like the specific types. As usual, my photo card fillers are just cut up white printer paper that I write on with a pencil so I can go back and erase when I'm done with it. So for the album versions, there's 24 photo cards, so I'm going to be putting A, B, and C for the different photo card versions. There's going to be 8 OOTD posters. There's going to be 2 stickers, 2 postcards, because we have the cartoon postcard and the B-cut film postcard. Another thing that I'm going to set up for that isn't essentially here is the Target and Barnes & Noble PCs. So I am located in the US, and on release day, I'm either going to be going to Target or Barnes & Noble to pick up albums to unbox day of. So last time for Maxident, I exclusively chose to only collect 1, and that worked okay for me, and I feel like I kind of want to do the same thing. I have ordered a bunch of pop sets, which we'll get into in a minute, so I don't necessarily want to double up on the US stores. I just don't know whether I want to do Target or Barnes & Noble yet. Day of, as previews slowly kind of come out, I'll probably decide, and that's where I'll go pick up my albums from. But for right now, I don't really know. So I'm just gonna be putting a Target and Barnes & Noble / filler in the meantime, because like I said, I'm gonna collect 1 set. I just don't know what set that is yet. Alright, now we're gonna do digis. So I'm just gonna put, are these named anything? Not really. I'll just name them Digi PCs. And then I'll do Digi Pobs. Okay, and then last thing that we're going to set up for are the Pob sets. So these are going to be the store Pobs, the OT8 store Pobs that I have secured and that I will buy along the way. Per usual, we're not surprised at this point. They have gone crazy with the pre-order benefits. This is what the current layout of a full POB template looks like. Insanity as always, and we're not even over the pre-order period, and Soundwave has 3 separate outside events already up and ready to go once the album release. So needless to say, there's going to be a lot more POBs and fan signs and lucky draws and special event cards to add to the POBs list. If you've been here for my other storing videos or just around the K-pop world in general, you know, as we get further and further into new albums and releases, more and more companies and more stores are kind of abusing the pre-order benefit power that it has over fans and over consumers. I talked about it a little bit more in depth in my Max Edit storing video, so if you want a little bit more in-depth context to just like the craziness of POBs, I'll link that video. This comeback is no different, unfortunately, and much like before, I have fallen clown to the capitalist market. I have quite a few POB sets secured and on the way to me, both in terms of the album sets that I ordered and just POB sets that I joined from Goes exclusively. I have a lot. I don't want to quite disclose how many I have because it's too many. I honestly may not end up keeping them all, but I do have more than enough on the way. So for now, I do want to have a little spot for it, but we're only putting 1 full page of POBs, even though it's going to be much more. But just know, I am weak. I am a weak person. I don't know how to say no to POBs. I know a lot of people know how to, and you need to teach me your ways. You need to teach me how to not feel like I'm being left out, because I feel like I'm being left out if I don't secure a couple of OTA POBs, which is a me problem. That's a whole totally me problem that I acknowledge. So that's something I need to work on on myself. Anyway, with that said, those are all of the fillers that I'm going to label, and all these extras are going to be what we put into the pocket pages. So let me grab my binder, let me grab my pocket pages, and we'll do the last little bit of this video. Alright, so per usual, I will have all of my binder supplies linked down below. We are actually setting up a brand new binder today because I do not have any room in my last binder, so now we are on to our third album binder. Oh yeah, we're on to our third album binder with Stray Kids. So this is a 2-inch binder. Normally I like to get 3-inch binders, but when I was at Staples today picking this up, they only had 2-inch. So I'll probably eventually swap this out for a 3-inch because it gives me just a little bit more room to try and stuff some cards in there. But yeah, typically I use 3-inch binders, so let's just pretend that we have a 3-inch binder today. I am going to take this out though in the meantime, just so it's not so Staples branded. Let's go ahead and put these fillers in. Alright, now we can just start to throw everything in here. Now that we have a little bit of downtime, how are you guys doing? It's been some time once again since I've uploaded. I feel like I keep saying I'm coming back, I'm gonna be more consistent with uploads, and then I post a video and then just disappear for a month or like months on end. I don't know if anyone else is feeling it, but like 2023 has just been kind of a rough year, a little bit of a hard year in terms of the mental health and just the motivation to do things. So I know I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna upload this video, or like this video is coming, or I'm finally doing this or this, and I just like keep falling through on my promises essentially, and I'm really sorry about that, but I'm also just trying to survive day to days, and I hope you are too. I hope that you're surviving, and I hope that you're doing okay. I'm always thankful when comebacks come around because it's a nice distraction, and I almost feel like it's kind of the push I need to make videos and put stuff out there, because I love making these binder setup videos, and I love making my unboxing videos, and you know, I love getting to talk about the comeback as it's happening. So I'm really thankful for comebacks when they come around, because they aim as like a distraction but also as sort of like a motivation pusher. But definitely during those down times is when I like, I don't know, I kind of fall off a little bit and I like stop posting, but eventually I think I'll get back to a more consistent upload schedule. I actually had wanted to post like 2 other videos before I actually did my binder setup, and each video is like about halfway edited at this point, and I've been working on these videos, I don't know, for a couple of weeks, like on and off, but the motivation is just like not there, and the headspace like isn't there, so that's why they're not out. But I was really pushing to like try and get those videos out before I release all of my 5-star content, because I feel like if I post those older videos afterwards, like everything's gonna be a little like out of order. So I'll probably still end up posting like maybe one of those videos. So I don't know, if you see some videos come out that probably should have came out like a couple weeks ago, that's why. That's why. I really, like I said, I really wanted to have them up before I posted this video, but I like was editing and editing and editing, and it's like if I just like don't film this specific video, like the binder setup video, then it's not going to go up before the album is released. And the binder setup and the unboxing for 5-star is kind of my priority right now. So yes, hopefully more videos to come soon, whether that be, you know, the videos I already filmed or new videos and new ideas. But I just want to say thank you for sticking around and still watching my channel, or, you know, just like still interacting with me like on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. I know I've been kind of quiet even on those, I feel like, this year. So yeah, like I said, 2023 is just kind of a weird year, and I don't know if anyone else is feeling like that, but it's definitely been kind of a weird year for me. But like I said, I'm excited for this comeback. I think this comeback's gonna put me into like a little bit of a better headspace and a little bit more of a distraction that I really need right now. And so yeah, I'm sorry that I like just like dumped all that while I was putting in all those fillers, but I did want to give like, I don't know, a little update as like where I've been, or like the statuses of certain videos, aka where the heck are my storing complete collections for Ordinary and Maxident. I feel like that has been such an empty promised video for like a year at this point, and I understand, and even I'm frustrated that those aren't posted yet, because like literally it's been a year. Like, get it together. If you're still interested in those, they are coming before the end of summer. So anyway, thank you for listening to all that. Thank you for like letting me listen and ramble. Like I said, I really hope you guys are doing okay. I'm trying to be okay. We'll get through it together, bestie. Don't worry. We got this. So one quick little flip through for my setup and we'll wrap this up. So we'll have the A, B, and C version photo cards. I'm going to put my Target or Barnes & Noble set, whichever I decide, right behind these, so the photo cards are all kind of grouped together. I'm then going to do the 2 postcards and then the 8 OOTD posters. There'll eventually be 8 pages for this. Then I'm gonna do the 2 sticker sheets, and then we'll move on to the digipack inclusions. So the digi PCs, the digi pobs, and then the normal pobs. I ran out of filler pages, so just pretend that this page is filled with my very, very comical small binder. That is going to be the end of this setting up for a new comeback video. I really hope you enjoyed. It kind of went on a little bit of a, here's all this new information about the album, and then here's all this new information about me that you probably didn't ask for. But I really, really hope you enjoyed regardless. I am very, very excited for this album. Like I said, I'm going to be going to a store, which one I don't know yet, but a store on release day, picking up a couple copies of the album to unbox on my channel, so be on the lookout for that on June 2nd. And until then, I will see you. I hope you are doing okay. Drink some water, get some rest, and let's get ready for this comeback. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye!